Okay, so now we have our machines completely updated, good to go. Should be ready to go. One thing I forgot is I'm going to go ahead, I'll run IP route again. You'll see that that default route is back. I forgot that that does not make it permanent. We actually need to change our net plan. So I did that over here on the web, and you'll see that I have changed the net plan over here. So we're gonna have to do that over here. My apologies, I forgot about that. So what we need to do, we'll do it over here, is we'll do sudo vim /etc/net plan, and then just that YAML file right there. We'll go ahead and put in our sudo password. So the problem was when we installed this, I put the gateway. We don't need a gateway because it's thinking that it's routing for all. Because we put the gateway, it thinks that it has internet access through that gateway. We don't want that. Sorry. So go ahead. You just delete that line. That's all you need. I also put the DHCP4 false there. I don't think you need to put that, but let's go ahead and put it anyways. Okay, just like that. And then we'll do sudo netplan apply to make that change. And we should see now IP route, ta-da, we'll have internet access again. Ta-da, okay, and now our routing table is good to go. Sorry about that. Didn't make it permanent, now it's permanent. And you'll see that we can still ping the web shell over here because it still gets routed through that interface. So yeah, good stuff. Okay, so now what we're going to do is actually start on the install. Oh, real quick, we'll go ahead and I'll show you that this one is working as well. Ping 192.168.2.2, which is this the shell, or that's the web. We're pinging the shell, and you see it works just fine. Okay, so good. So now what we're going to do, the very first thing I want you to do is go ahead and take a snapshot. Just right here. So what you'll do is normally you see this screen, you just switch over here, you just hit right here, snapshots, and then just hit the take button. You'll go ahead and just take this fresh install just like this, which I'm actually going to retake it now that I fixed the that issue there. And I'll just call it install fresh install. And I'll do the same thing over here. So now what this snapshot does is it'll allow us to return back to here if we accidentally break anything. Instead of having to completely reinstall our virtual machine, we can come back here and we'll have all our networking set up, everything like that. It'll be updated and good to go. Okay, there we go. So now you're probably thinking, man, we don't have the ability to copy and paste. That's really annoying. So what we're actually going to do is we're not going to use this anymore. We'll go ahead and close both of those down. So what you can do now is there is an option in here. I don't know exactly where you go to set it. Maybe it's in display, but you can actually start this server in headless mode. You don't need a display at all. No, I don't remember where it is. But you can turn that off and it'll start headless. And so it won't even actually spawn these because these are servers and they're just text. What we're actually going to do to manage these is we're going to SSH into them. So we'll just do that through a shell. So I'm going to use the Linux subsystem to do that. Okay, right here. So we'll just you'll want to do something like SSH, and I mean you can use whatever you want. If you want to use like putty or something, the command will just look like SSH Pico at the IP address. So 192.168.2.3 for the shell server. And it might ask you about the authenticity of it, which is fine. Okay. Check your internet settings. Odd. Okay. We'll go ahead and do that over here as well, where we'll access the so now we have the shell server here on the left. We have the web server here on the right. And we're good to go. So what we need to do next is we're actually going to, well, I should probably reboot these machines. So let's go ahead. Let's reboot now. Sudo reboot. And so this is kind of neat that you get to see this. It'll restart through SSH, and you'll see that it'll actually restart here. Cool. We'll wait for that to go through, and then we can should be good. So what we're going to do next is we're actually going to start installing the PicoCTF software. So to do that, we're going to start following these steps. So the first thing we're going to need to do is we'll actually clone this repository using this link right here. So clone or download. You can copy this link right there. So I'll go ahead, copy that. And then we'll come back over here. Not quite rebooted yet. That's okay. I'll pause it and then we'll come back when it's done. Ironically, it finished right after I went away. So we'll go ahead and Pico. Cool, everything's good to go. Except I don't have internet. Why don't I have internet? Okay, I have internet. Okay, that's odd. That's fine. So I think something might still be messed up there with that interface. Probably something when it gets booted, what's probably happening is the default thing is getting set there probably by the system, and then the net plan is being applied. So that's probably what's going on there. I don't know. But okay, we'll go back into SSH how we were before. Okay. Pico. Okay. So now we're good. So now what we're going to do is you'll just type git clone and then paste in that address there. Okay, and it's going to ask you for your password, which I will pull up with LastPass. Okay, K3. Okay, so now what we've done is we've actually cloned the repository now. So we fixed our networking and cloned down the repository, and I'll go ahead and end this clip here.